Very good morning and my heartiest namaskaram to all of you. Today in this video, I want to share you with the theme Rethink, Redesign, Rebuild India 4.0. And the topic that I will share to you today is Rethink Goals. We live in this 21st century, and the state of affairs of the 21st century man and 21st century society is well described by somebody that these are the time for fancier houses but broken homes. These are the times of double incomes and more divorces. These are the times of high-rise buildings but low-rise characters. These are the times of broader highways but narrower viewpoints. These are the times where man has gone all the way to the moon and has come back, but he finds it difficult to cross the road and meet the new neighbor. These are the times where man has broken the atom and he has released a tremendous amount of energy, but he finds it difficult to break up prejudice. The list is very long, describing the state of affairs of 21st century man and 21st century society, but in short, you can say that these are the times where we all much to show in the show window, but nothing in the stock room. When I'm going to talk something to you today about rethinking your goals, I'm talking to you each and every word that Swamiji used in the conference. These are the words of him and not mine. I'm just a mean for conveying these words. He said that I personally meet and sat at least 4.5 an hour with more than 25,000 families, go visiting their homes in more than 20 countries and 100 cities around the world. So let us talk something about your goals as a smart professional and goals as a great human being. We all sitting here, I think all of us are very clear in our minds that we all want to be smart professionals and great human beings. This combination, isn't it? Give me a yes or no. You want to live a good business life, you want to live a good personal life, you want to live a good social life, you want to live a good family life. Yes or no? So we need to rethink our goals, redesign our goals and rebuild our lives, not just for the betterment of our own kind, but for the betterment of society at large. From his experience of personally meeting and sitting at least for half an hour with more than 25,000 families across caste, color, creed, religion, nationality, backgrounds, he shared with you something first important aspect that everybody need to accept and really accept from me, and I also put your eye to a little lower level, and you will be in a position to accept the best of thoughts from all the directions to rethink your goals. Bill Gates, perhaps the second richest person upon this earth, he has written his book, his autobiography, Business at the Speed of Light. Maybe you read it or not, I don't know. But he writes on this book how an high school dropout, he himself, Bill Gates, it becomes the richest person upon this earth and a self-made richest person. He writes that the secret of my success in the culmination of 3 things. What are these 3 things? First, determination. Second, intense hard work. And third, acceptance of the ideas of others. You have to keep your mind open, you have to keep your ears open, you have to keep your eyes open to accept good ideas from surroundings that can constantly and really constantly keep on sharing upon your goals for the betterment of yourself, for the society and humanity at large. Acceptance of the ideas of others is a big aspect. Second important aspect to rethink your goals, he says that the biggest to worry of the society today, and rather the biggest disease of 21st century man, that we have given too much power to the money than it actually deserves. We all sitting here, we have given too much power to the money that it decides our relationships, it decides our status, it decides everything in our life. Lesser the love for money, more clarity of your goal will be in your mind. First tell yourself that definitely I will earn big money, definitely I will use it for the better purposes, but I will not have an over attachment towards it, because it is the root cause of all miseries in life. From physical ailments to the mental disorders to emotional instabilities, the principal cause is over love for money. It is not helping you in any way, at least to redesign your goal of life. Just sit back at home and in evening make a to list of rich numbers, one thing that money can buy and make you happy, and less two things that money cannot buy but still you need it to be happy. The number of things that money can buy. I started a luxurious car. Give me your answer in the comments. What money can buy? Money can buy to make your family happy. Traveling. But the things that money cannot buy to make you happy, I started happiness, peace, love, health, good time with loved ones. I tell you with the confidence and his experience of 26 years of speaking at the national and international seminars and meeting a number of national and international personalities and reading more than 500 autobiographies and biographies in his life. I'm talking about Swamiji, not about myself. And biographies in his life, let me tell you, if there are 100 things that money can buy and make you happy, there are 1,000 things that money cannot buy, and you still need it to be happy. So don't overemphasize the factor called money in your life, that overlove for it, that power given by you to it is not allowing you to redesign the actual and real goals of life. Money can buy you the best houses that does not have the power to convert it into a home. Money can buy you branded clothes and jewelry, but it does not have the power to give you beauty and handsomeness. If money can buy you the best of health care, it does not have the power to give you good health. Otherwise, why should Aditya Birla, the chairman of Aditya Birla Group, passes away because of cancer at the age of 51? Money can buy you a good health care, but not health. Money can buy you good food every day, but it does not have the power to give you the digestion. Money can buy you good beds. Michael Jackson was sleeping on a bed of $94,000 and still after taking 10 sleeping pills, he could not sleep for 2 hours. So money can buy you good birds, it cannot buy you sleep. So again, I put forward empathically that the statement that if money can buy you 100 things to make you happy, it does not have the power to buy your other 1,000 things which actually makes you more happier. So decrease the power and influence of money on you and your life. Only then you will live a perfect human life. Again, I repeat, it is needed on it to well so that you can help the society, but don't have over love and infatuations for it. Otherwise, it will so much overpower your mind. It will consume so much of your time that you won't be able to think of any other aspects of life which are very beautiful. Remember, this is a 70-year or 80-year game. Human life is 70 or 80-year games. Yes or no? Many of you sitting the 3x4 gone, and I will give you one calculation that will open your eyes. It's a year, 8 hours of the day you sleep. Yes or no? On an average, it will come to 8 hours when we were a child, When you are skipping central hours, then you will be all sleeping 10-12 hours, so average will comes down to the 8 hours per day. One third of the day you are sleeping, isn't it? From 24 hours, 8 hours. So one third of the day you sleep. State equation directly proportional, one third of the life you will sleep. So out of the 70 years that you live life upon this earth, your 23 years are going to be in sleep. You don't know whether you exist or not. So need to give a proper thinking to life, money, power, status, fame. I don't say that you don't go for it. I only say reduce the power of influence of it on your life and you personally, because all this combined doesn't give you the richness of human life that actually you are here to discover. I'm not just talking spiritually. I can give you n number of examples and incidents from your professional field, from your corporate field, from the times immemorial. Napoleon Bonaparte was the emperor of France. And only one of the 7 people whose names Napoleon Bonaparte is, after his name it's written the great Napoleon Bonaparte. The great people in England used to shiver by his name. 90% of Europe was under him. And he writes in his autobiography that I can have the world at my feet, but I can buy any luxurious under the sun and upon this earth. But I have not seen 6 happy days in my life upon this earth. Now what is that? You need to think. Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll, the greatest entertainer upon this earth ever, when he was just 21 years, Elvis endorsed products in the market. He was a cavalcade was 7 limousines, and each limousine was painted with crushed diamonds on it. So even limousines in the cavalcade and crushed diamonds stuck on its shining cars. He was the first entertainer to travel by private jets, 737 Boeings. One is private and second is staff and system. When he used to do his famous swell and throw his leather jackets in the audience, within minutes it would be in 2 pieces. People who take an Elvis Safina back home during his lifetime, when he was just 32, he had self-earned $1,000 million. During his lifetime, it's 500 million records were sold of his. Now listen, one day when he was playing his famous composition, How Great Thou Art, and his secretary, he just stepped in and asked him, so how are you feeling at the peak of your career? He dropped his hand from the piano, he dropped his head down and said, very alone. Every inning you are getting an audience of 1,000 plus. Every morning when you wake up and comes in together, you have 200 people to come to see you, and you say you are feeling very alone. And yes, it was true. On 16th August 1977, at the age of 33, Elvis Presley took 40 sleeping pills at night and never woke up. He committed suicide at the age of 33. Why, with everything that all of us crave for, he had to commit suicide? Not such an example. Why did Dharam Hindu Judas, king of the Hindu family, at the age of 22 committed suicide? Did he have one Mercedes less? Did he have one Ferrari less, one limousine less? Was he asked not to have one more travel plan? We are to rethink, to redesign your life, rebuild your life. Money, fame, status is not everything in life. Again, I say you, definitely go for it, because it's a human endeavor. It's a human dignity. But keep a physical, mental bar. Keep a time bar somewhere. Keep a static fraction bar somewhere, so that other good thoughts from all directions enter your mind. to make a fascinating and enriching human life. The most important need for the 21st century is to reinvent himself. Of the 21st century man, to reinvent himself is the most important need. This is the second aspect to be understood. Before we start rethinking our goals, recently a book is published, and the title of the book is What They Don't Teach You at the Harvard. I will give you the gist of it, and the book contains that for the full development of yourself and to be very clear in your aims and goals in life, you need the complete development of 3 edges in your life. First edge is your hand. But when the only hand works, it's a lever. Second edge is your head. When the head and the hand, they work together, it becomes skill. And the third edge is your heart. When your hand, head and heart, all 3 work together, it becomes art. So make every act of your life an art. Put your heart fully into it. This is the essence, and your is the start of redefining the goals of human life. Again, the best statement that I put forward at the start of the talk: you need to be a smart professional and a great human being combined. That gives you a balanced, satisfied life. Late Shri Ratan Tata, he was at the convocation day of a B school just about a couple of years back, and he told the fresh management graduates, after all his experience in the corporate world of more than 65 years, he said that don't count your success and don't count your luxurious by the amount of money that you have in your bank account, but the numbers of properties that you have accumulated, by the number of relationships that you have in your life, by your social networking skills are not your wealth. He said, count your success and luxurious of life by the number of lives that you have enriched of people with you during the course of your journey of life. All credits to you for your good earnings in all aspects of life, but how many lives did you enrich? How many lives did you better of people around you? That is the aim of human living. I am come to you today as I am giving this topic to share something. I don't charge anything from my talks. I am talking about Swamiji. He talking since 26 years at national international seminars. He don't charge a single paisa from his talks. And we write the organizer somewhere, this is his selfness, social service, giving and caring for the society, and it gives him immense pleasure. It also gives me immense pleasure to share and care for the society. So rethinking goals, first important positive aspect is ask yourself every day in the evening, at the end of your day, did I do something to enrich the life of someone around me? And from a small smile to big help, did you enrich something? Did you enrich a life? Did you enrich an environment otherwise of nearly or possibly even detail for their own self-impress? Even the animals, they live upon this earth. If you live only for your growth, and your betterment, for your luxurious entertainment in life, it is nothing more than a dog's life, a donkey's life, and a cat's life. It's not a human life. If we all sitting here and nesting, we are fortunate, we are especially blessed. All of us think that we have many things much more extra than an ordinary human being, isn't it? In all ways of life, then you have that is you must spare some part of it in your resources and time for the betterment of people and enriching people in environment around you, in terms of values, in terms of services, in terms of health, in terms of growth. Because when I talk to you corporate sense professionals, that tell them that amount of money that you have in your bank account when you die is the extra work you did, you shouldn't have done. You should have spent that time doing some good activities for the upliftment of society. This is the first aspect. Again, the biggest disease of the 21st century is that we give overemphasis to mind, money, and lesser emphasis to heart. We give overemphasis to mind, but lesser emphasis to our heart. It's an old dated talk in the 90s. It was talk about IQs. IQs at the turn of the millennium, they started a new coefficient, and that is called the emotional quotient. From IQ, it shifted to EQ, paradigm shift. Emotional quotient. IQ is you think rationally, you talk purposefully, you act meaningfully, and you deal very effectively with the situation. That is your IQ. They say good IQs make good teams heads. But you can lead a good team more than IQ is your EQ. That is emotional quotient. Emotional quotient EQ, it's all about having empathy for others, where you consider before taking a decision your own emotions and the emotions of the person before you jump to a conclusion. It's like knowing the people whole picture before you jump to a conclusion. That is called your emotional quotient. And they say that the top management gurus you read them: Jim Collins, Stephen Covey, Anthony Robbins, Ken Blanchard, Robin Smith, Bill Gates. They all have come to recognize, accept, and propagate that those with the higher EQs, they become the leaders, not just team heads. Because when you learn to deal with people more than machines, when you keep on having increased trust and people more than machines, not only you grow, people grow, the environment enriches around you. So those without you, they become team. As those IQ plus EQ, they become leaders. And now in the last decade, they all come to know that there is a very big important quotient, and that is called the spiritual quotient, SQ. A very good book. I would suggest you, all your professionals. I have read it. I have read it 1 or 2 times. It's from the bottom of my heart for you today. If you are a piece of paper and pen, you can definitely write it down. On the title of the book is Spiritual Intelligence. Why it matters more than IQ and EQ. The actual title is Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, co-authored by Dr. Ian Marshall and Dr. Donna Zohar. In this book, they have surveyed more than about 3,000 successful people upon this earth. Successful not in just in business, successful as a businessman, successful as a father, successful as a husband or as a wife, as a mother, as a brother, as a sister, as a neighbor, as a relative, as a friend, successful in all works of life, in all roles that the human being normally plays in his life. They interviewed them, their past, their present, and studied well, and that they have listed out that the person who has spiritual intelligence, how he stands out from people who have just IQs high or even IQs plus EQ is high. Listed out 8 important aspects. I don't go into it, the details of it. I just list you out people with high, ask you, or if you want to develop a good SQ, that is spiritual quotient, the other way around, you need to work upon these 8 areas. The first is flexibility. Flexibility means to change. The new Harvard definition of intelligence is the more intelligence is, the more quicker you can adapt yourself to change. You are intelligent. Many of us by mathematical intelligence, we are good at numbers and generating softwares. Many of them we have a concrete intelligence and we can deal with the machines. The many of us have social intelligence. We can interact with people. But the best intelligence is flexibility to change. He survives. The second spiritual intelligence aspect is self-awareness. What am I? Where am I? What I am supposed to do? What I am talking? What I am looking at? What I need to talk for the people around me? Absolute self-aware person. He never makes a private or public mistake. That is spiritual intelligence. Third, an ability to face and use suffering of life. In any suffering in your life, personal life, professional life, social life, family life, that is part and parcel of life, isn't it? Because life is a package deal. As you give packages to your employees, life is a package deal from God. As your employees, they like 70% of your package deal, and 30% is a compulsion even for you people. Your higher ups, give me a good deal. 70%. 70% you like it, and 30% is a compulsion. You don't like it, still you are supposed and forced to do it. If you want to enjoy that 70% in the same way, life is a package dealer. It has its pluses and minuses. So if you have or you develop a capacity to face your sufferings with a smiling face, and then use your suffering for the elevation. Now this is something very important that I'm telling to you. You should develop a neck. Some people have that neck to use their sufferings for their life on elevations. The top guy in the country and the top gentleman in the country has this neck. Anything thrown at him, he can use it and convert it into a giant world bank. That is a neck. Anything thrown at him, he can convert into, in a good corporate language, a big business in his language. A big world, that is neck. An ability to face and use sufferings. Fourth, an ability to be inspired by the vision. You see something. Actually, we always see, we don't observe much here, the world. The world sees, observe you, you see something and you are inspired by it. That is the fourth. The fifth aspect of spiritual intelligence is to seek connection between diverse things, diagonally opposite happenings, and you see a connection between them. That is very crucial to you solving your problems at your workplace. The sixth aspects of the spiritual intelligence is an ability to cause a little harm as possible to people and surroundings. How can I be more helpful? That is the sixth one. The seventh aspect is to ask and prove fundamental questions. Why? Then what? Why? How? Before you give in. And the last and the eighth aspect of spiritual intelligence is an ability to think and work against the convention. So these are the 8 aspects of spiritual intelligence. And rethinking your goals is to do more thinking and more emphasis to these 8 aspects of life. You develop you so beyond your IQ and EQ for a great human life. So when you are deciding the goals of your life, take your IQ into consideration. Take your EQ, emotional quotient, into your consideration, and take your SQ, spiritual quotient, into your consideration. Intelligent quotient, emotional quotient, and spiritual quotient. Now this is taught by the top class management gurus, top class social relationship gurus, and the top class health gurus upon this earth. For these teachings, they charge approximately $500 a day, and you're getting free right now. So rethinking your goals in the intelligence sector, let me pin you a bit. You will get a chance. You already got a chance many times, and you will get in future for a shortcut to rise for an unethical path. So rise, if you go for the unethical path, you will have easy and quick buck at the end of the day. But one day, you can be a big loser. Never ever adopt unethical practices to grow. This is the most urgent need for a working man. Today, in the world, you remain inverted to ethical principles at your workplace, in your professional life. The growth may initially, you may find it slow, but it would be concrete with a deep foundation. Nobody with unethical practices, if at all, he has grown, he has stayed there, okay. Because I am vertically put forward a statement when talking to the corporate world, when talking to the relationship world, I tell them that your intelligence, your academics, your talents, your experiences, your backgrounds, your platform, your support system can open any gate for you, but only your character can keep that gate open. You lose out on that, you are anybody, whoever you are, whatever you are, wherever you are, you can become zero from hero within seconds. Even if the name of your company is such a man, you go for the unethical practices. That is not good. Don't go for unethical practices even if you are a spearhead paced attack of Indian cricket team. If you go for spot fixing, you can avoid a life ban on yourself. You're getting me right? Yes or no? So don't tell yourself 20 years of corporate experience, CEO of a 500 crore company, I am untouchable. Never think that. Okay? Never tell yourself holding your handset in your hand and all 500 big contacts, 15 ministers, 10 MLAs, 20 MPs, 50 corporate honkers. Nothing can happen to me if I can call at midnight. Anybody in these people at my health situation will come in your life and go. And you go for unethical practices and got none of this, less your phone will go through. It can land you in jail, so remain wedded to ethical practices. Reaching your goals, don't tell yourself who I be, जो भी मैं हूँ, anything, anyhow, anyway, I want to be 100 crore company, not anyhow, anyway, okay? That's words. Keep yourself for generating energy from you, anyhow, anyway, I will do it. That is for your self-inspiration and motivation, not for your behavior. Got it? Otherwise, you can be in trouble. So even if the best IQ, whatever intelligence you possess in short, even if you are the chairman of the Madhya Pradesh Electricity Board, because you are sitting here in the door, if you are the chairman or even if you are a power minister, I can tell you one line. On a fine Sunday morning, when you were sitting with a cup of tea and reading your Sunday newspaper, Sunday newspaper, you can't look at the electric plug, raise your shoulders that call a race and tell it, okay, I am the electricity board chairman. Your distribution is in my hands and this is my finger. I am putting in the plug. Okay, take care of it. It being in the electrical distribution field for the 35 years and being the chairman of electricity company, you don't have your right to put your finger inside the plug. What happens? Even if you are the chairman, because electricity does not know your power, your position, your status, your wealth, nothing of it. It knows only human flesh. It knows only human body and blood. In the same way, unethical practices done by you does not know your power, your position, your status, your wealth. Unethical practices like electricity, don't play with it. This is I am talking of behaviors at your workplace. Now let me tell you of the latest burning issue, ethical behavior in your personal life, that Me Too movement. Very less, because we'll talk on this day. It came out, I decided to talk in public as well. I am talking it on the YouTube channel. I've been talking since last about 6 months on this. Remain very ethically wedded to your personal character as well. This is the more powerful than unethical practices at workplace. It can ruin your life. It can ruin you. It can ruin your career. It can ruin your family. All your goals. Your teenage, your young age, and the start of your professional career will go all in vain within seconds, because The earth is round. It does not have any corner. So it does not have any place to keep your wrongs. We all studied science, isn't it? In our high school. I think in physics we had a force called the buoyant force. And a hard solid object you try to put inside a bucket filled with water, the water gushes it up. And it is called the buoyant force. Before it pushes it up, isn't it? All your wrongs possesses a tremendous buoyant force. It has the power to come up in the open and shout, yes, this guy did this. Even a central government minister had to put in papers because of the Me Too movement, from there to a giant in the platform CEO in Bangalore. Oh, you have to put in their papers. And thereafter I say that today it is a time, Me Too movement, this generation of ours will see a C2 movement. You know what is the C2 movement? Now we are standing in the India 4.0. Am I right? The theme of the video is the new industrial revolution. We are talking of nanotechnology. We are talking of artificial intelligence. These people will design software because in future all the cities will come under CCTV. Every square today, London is the only city in the world that every square, each of its public space is under CCTV. It will happen to all the cities in future, in the near future. If somebody complains that this guy or this person looked at me in my like, it was like not comfortable to me, and it is caught on the CCTV, then it's difficult to prove that. I just look at it, it was not nothing, I'm mulling on it, but then this AI people, this nanotechnology people will develop 20-25 types of softwares that if they are put on your vision in the phone, it will prove that there was something wrong in it. This is the next step of all of the AI that your conference is on. I was sent the email by the YouTube subscribers where I read it. I just read the small rethink, redesign and rebuild, and they are wearing today demolition industry revolution technology, technological revolution 4.0. This nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, 3D printing, everything is reorganizing the world. This will reach to that level where your blood will made in the laboratory. This generation will see that our blood will be made in the laboratories. This generation will see that softwares can prove everything. This generation of us will see, I'm giving you bigger vision. Our generation today visiting will see that if there is a murder somewhere, even after 1 hour or 1 day after that, they will be able to click pictures going these figures will be there, and they can produce a positive picture that you see today, that yes, this is a life, that you killed pictures, you will be clicked of people after they left the venue 1 hour after 1 day after this will be come into practices to stand yourself from the midst of revolution. Definitely you will enter the revolution, the need of the times, but at the same time take more care of your thoughts, your behaviors, your ethical values in life. Only then you will be able to withstand this new revolution only. Only then you will be able to flow with the tide of the new revolution. Only then you will be able to manage yourself. Otherwise, you will be a loser. This is much needed today in the 21st century. This is the need of the hour. So this is India 4.0 added value to it is what I am talking to you, added enhancement to it. This is what I am talking to you. If you decide to grow, basically, there is a misconception among us. You increase the turnover of your company, your people, your power. Also tell you, you also start feeling that I have started becoming successful. Isn't it? Yes or no? No. There is a big difference between growth, progress, and success. If you increase the if you increase the turnover of your company from 50 crores to 200 crores, 100 to 500,000 crores, it is called growth. It is not success. Let me redefine you the definition of success. Increasing your materialistic possessions in all ways is your growth. And that growth, if it is added by ethics means discipline, ethic means honesty, ethic means norms, then it is called progress. So growth plus ethics is progress. And that progress plus humanity, morality, and spirituality is called success. So again, I tell you, your turnover increase from 100 to 500 crores, you are not successful. You have just grow, and by ethics, you have progressed. By morality, spirituality in life, then it is called success. Because even after having $100 million in your bank account, and you are not happy from within, you have just grown. You have not been successful. Successful word itself includes stability, happiness, and peace. Along with all these types of growth and progresses, now rethink your goals. You just want to be grow or be progressive, or want to be successful? So now, according to this definition, just raise your hand and give me a comment. How many of you want to be successful? It's fine, all of you be clear your thinking, and there is the difference between growth, progress, and success. Be very clear about it. Only then you will be able to rethink your goals and redesign your goals to rebuild yourself. Thank you so much. If you really want our videos, please give your subscribe button and press like button also.